Well, the plan for this weekend was to try to spend a few days out in the wilds of Kootenays here, collecting as much wild food as we can, either through fishing, hunting, foraging, and prepare them in the most delicious ways possible.
Haven't had a ton of experience with grouse hunting and fishing, so JP invited me up to get some of that under my belt.
Dana is best friends with my stepdaughter, so I've known her for, probably 15 years, and she recently got into hunting.
He's turned into kind of a hunting mentor for me, basically. If I come to the Kootenays, I get to see JP, but otherwise, I'm really just figuring stuff out on my own.
So day one was all about fishing. That was the plan. In the lake where we fish, we have the opportunity to catch bull trout, and of fairly significant size. So even one fish will feed 4 people. So we didn't need to have a boat full of fish. We just wanted to make sure that we had something for supper.
On this very lake is where I started to learn how to fish, with a stick with a piece of fishing line tied around it. I've never really done fishing to this extent though, where you've got like a downrigger and you're on a boat and everything.
When we got down to the lake, it was just glass, calm, and perfect. No wind at all, clear skies. It was just fantastic.
It was glassy, it was perfect, it was warm, it was great.
Oh, fish just jumped over there. Yeah, let's give it a try.
Okay.
We'll use this as one of our rigs. And I think I'm going to try something brand new. And then we'll drop this down. What kind of depth? Yeah, we're marking some fish. Just bait ball kind of fish. 157 feet. So I'll just take this one down to like 60 feet.
Okay.
And now you can walk up and you can pull that lever and you watch here. And you can drop this one down to like, I don't know, 80 feet, 90 feet.
And I'm just letting this run with
You're
it.
letting it run. You don't put any excess tension on it, it'll pull out of the clip. So for probably 3 hours, we just enjoyed the scenery, had lines in the water the whole time, but really very little action. We've got some fish marking deep there, eh?
We were seeing lots of fish on the fish finder, but none of them were coming our way, and JP's very hopeful. He's very hopeful at certain points that we're gonna catch something.
Put a 147 on this one, see what happens. It's not all that entirely different. I'm gonna put that green one on. Me owning the boat, being the captain of the boat, and having all the fishing gear, you're starting to think, geez, I hope somebody catches a fish and they won't think I know what I'm doing. But fortunately, things did turn around for us, and the bite turned on. Whoa. Yeah, I gotta bring this up.
Is it off? Are you sure?
It was on.
Oh my God, it was awesome. It was so great. I was really surprised at how incredibly difficult it was to actually reel that fish in, and for a moment I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it.
We'll keep it on this side. Keep reeling, don't stop reeling. Don't stop reeling. It was a good solid fight. I mean, I thought she was going to lose my rod in the water. For a while there, it looked like it was going over the edge.
Kind of in the moment where you get a bite and you realize you actually have a fish on, for someone like me, I forget everything I've ever learned about fishing. And I'm like, how do I hold a rod? How do I reel this in? Where am I supposed to stand? What am I supposed to do? Oh my God. But JP's great, there's a lot of coaching.
You got to keep the tension on so you can't spit the hook up. Yeah, you got a fish for sure. That's good. Keep the rod tip there and try to swing it past me. We'll drift it right back into the net. And I think we got it. Yeah, good. We got one. That's a nice one too. Good job. Look at that, Tina. That's a nice fish. Finally, that took a bit of grinding, but we got one. That's a beauty. That's a really nice looking fish too. Yeah, we got it in the net, got it in the boat, and it was about a 6-pound trout. Just absolutely gorgeous. Pretty satisfying for her, I think. And it was certainly satisfying for me because once you have a fish in the boat, you're not skunked, and that's nice. That's a good feeling.
That was great. Yeah.
Another one. It sort of makes it worth it, eh? Like when you catch a fish like that. And we ended up hooking into a second fish, and Jesse brought that one in. It was a nice trout. It wasn't quite as big as Kootenays, but just gorgeous, healthy, fat fish. Nice. That's probably about 3 pounds. Oh, good job, Jesse. That's a nice eating size fish.
Yeah.
A while after that, I think it took a while for the third fish to hook on, but we got a third fish in the boat, and I brought that in.
Oh yeah, fish on for sure. It doesn't feel particularly big.
Yeah, there you go, perfect. Well, that's not a bad fish.
What's wrong with that fish?
Nope. And it was about a 6-pound fish as well, so it was a nice solid fish. 3 fish in the boat, we thought, well, that's enough fish. Let's just do some exploring. So we pulled up the gear and we headed to the north end of the lake. There's some beautiful waterfalls there, and you get some different perspectives of the mountains from that end of the lake.
You guys want to put the lines down for a couple turns?
Yeah.
Hit.
We had one more fish we could catch in our possession, so we dropped the gear and we gave that a good try for about 30-40 minutes. Had a good day, we were successful, we were happy with what we'd done at that point, so we just pulled up gear and decided we better head back. We got my fish ready to prepare for supper, and I was on deck for cooking the fish, which I'm excited about. I actually really like cooking fish.
Okay.
So I tried a brand new recipe of my own design, basically a honey garlic ginger pan-fried trout. What I did is I made a combination of seasoning of paprika, pepper, and salt, mixed it all together and put a nice coating on both sides of the fish. You put that in the pan on medium-high heat over avocado oil. And while that was cooking, I just prepared another pan with butter, minced garlic, minced ginger, put a little bit of lemon juice in there, and a squirt of honey. Once the fish is almost done, I put the butter, the ginger, lemon, garlic concoction onto the fish, and then just baste it for the next minute until it's fully done.
All right, you guys. Fish is ready.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You bet.
It's a pretty simple recipe, and I would say that it turned out really well. There's a couple things I'd tweak doing it again, but overall I think everybody was fairly satisfied with it.
Why not people don't like fishy fish?
We wrapped up the supper. We actually played a game of crib. That was fantastic. I always like to play crib in my cabin.
It was so lovely. It was our first day, I guess, harvesting and then cooking what we harvested, and the whole thing was very exciting, and I definitely, was much more eager to get started on day 2 of, our adventure, which was going for grouse.
Overall, I would say day 1 was fantastic. By every measure, it was a success.